Welcome everyone to Positive Spin and more golf, as you might expect, but today we're actually going to be playing 18 holes. I don't think I've played 18 holes on the channel before. I want to see what my score is after a full 18 holes.
Whoa, stop it there. This guy on your screen overestimated just how exciting 18 holes of mediocre golf would have been. And so future me changed the plan, and we decided instead to share some of the best holes, some of the worst holes, starting with this one, possibly the worst hole I've ever played in golf so far. It's a nightmare. So this was actually the second hole that we played, and the first hole was okay. I did bogey it, but it wasn't too bad. I hit a tee shot that wasn't quite my best. I didn't really get hold of it, so it's gone a little bit long and off to the left, but a little chip on, that's going to be fine, isn't it? But I don't just chip it on, I hoof it to the other side of the green. That's problem number one. Then I say to myself, we'll just chip it back on, and somehow I do the exact same. And if it wasn't for that golf bag in the way, I think I would have hit it to exactly where I started. This, though, is where the problems start. Look at this green. Now, you can't tell from this angle, but it is brutal. It slopes left. It slopes right at times when you're near the hole. And more importantly, it slopes downward as well. If you hit the ball and it doesn't reach the hole, there's a very good chance it's going to roll all the way back down. And that's what it did numerous times. Where it's located right now, it wasn't too bad. If I could just get this one in, we would have been okay. Sadly, that isn't quite what happened, and I just didn't give it enough beans, and yeah, I just had to stand there and watch as not only did it roll back down to where I hit it, but way beyond. At this point, I'm just thinking to myself, this is a beginner course, by the way, and this pin location isn't the normal location. Obviously, they do change, but this one was so hard for me. I'm going to hit this shot now, just going to give it a little tap. Just watch how gently I hit this, and it just misses the hole, and back down it goes. I almost wanted to quit. I almost wanted to give up on this hole, but I didn't, because when will you ever learn anything if you do that? Thankfully, I got a little bit of luck here, and it stopped rather than coming straight back down the hill. So I was able to get it close and eventually get it in the hole. As you see there, just rimmed it a little bit, which is excellent. An absolutely savage hole, only on the second hole of an 18 round. That really put my spirits down. Okay, so we're going to do the other bad hole, and then we'll do the two good ones at the end. This one was a triple bogey, I think, and I was doing 3-wood off the tee because my driver absolutely should have stayed in the bag. And I've left it in the rough stuff, but my problem here was I misread how far it was to the flag. I hit a pitching wedge, and then when I looked back at it, I was like, actually, I think this is further than I thought it was. So I left myself very short. I thought I hit the pitching wedge okay. And then I've chipped, and ideally I should be hitting the green from here, but I left that short as well. So at this point, I'm already on my 4th shot on a par 4. Now, the chip wasn't too bad for my standards. It does roll off a little bit, but it gets on the green. Yeah, sadly for me, it was the next couple of putts that really ruined me. I like the first one. I leave it close, but don't worry, we can putt this one for a little double. And honestly don't know how I've missed that, but that's golf really, isn't it? So those were my 2 worst holes of the day, not including that terrible pin position on the second hole. That wasn't too bad. I didn't have too many stinkers. I did have a couple of really good holes though. This one I do get a little bit lucky, but you've got to take your luck. Driver off the tee, and this is why I put it in the bag. You see here the vicious slice that I have because of my swing path. We've got a pitching wedge now though in, and I actually hit this really well. What you can't see on this, it lands pretty close to the flag, but the green is sloped down ever so slightly, and so it's actually gone off the green a little bit. It's rolled down and gone off the green, but that's fine. My putting hasn't been great, but in this instance, I managed to put it really, really close, and I was able to follow that up by sinking the final shot, and that was a lovely par for me. And actually, this was hole number 3, so I got this par right after that absolutely abysmal second hole where I took 10 putts to putt it. So it was a very, very much needed par, and it got me in the right mindset. This was now hole 13. It was a par 3. I think it's 160 odd yards, something like that. I was hitting a 6-iron because my distances aren't that great at the minute, but I landed it absolutely beautifully. I couldn't have asked for a better shot into a par 3 for me. And at that point, I'm thinking there's actually a chance for a birdie here. Sadly, I left it a little bit short. It broke right to left a little bit, and so I did leave it a bit short. But we took our opportunity to get a par, and there you go. This is what happens when you're an amateur golfer. You have good holes, you have bad holes, but it's just how you recover from them. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to follow my journey. Plenty more videos to come, and I'll see you next time.